Hi everyone. Today I want to start with a quote which is going to be the theme for this video. It's from Adam Smith in the book A Theory of Moral Sentiments. Man naturally desires not only to be loved but to be lovely, or to be that thing which is the natural and proper object of love. I haven't myself read A Theory of Moral Sentiments. It's fairly well known for being a difficult read because of the language that it's written in. Well, it's written in English, but in the 18th century style, so it's fairly difficult. What I know of it, I've got secondhand from the podcast Econ Talk, hosted by Russell Roberts, who's written one or two books on Adam Smith, and he frequently talks about Adam Smith, so I may not have a perfect idea of Adam Smith's ideas. All I have is what Russ Roberts thinks of Adam Smith, and he's a big fan of him, so I hope I'm interpreting what he says correctly. But in Russ Roberts' book, How Adam Smith Changed My Life, I think that's the name of the book, he writes about a theory of moral sentiments and about this line in particular, and he says that the way that Adam Smith is using the word love is, well, quite plainly not how the word love's used these days, but he describes it more to mean appreciated, praised, or liked. So it's not necessarily a romantic love, but I've been thinking about that quote in relation to my channel and all the new subscribers that I've got to my channel. I've started to feel the gladness that comes with being well liked. I'm a little bit ashamed of it, but I want to tell a story that relates to this. It's from when I was I think I was 13 at the time. I'm not sure exactly what age it was, but when I was young in early secondary school, between the ages of 11 and 13, I was very awkward, and I had my friends, and I really liked my friends, and my friends liked me, but in terms of general popularity among my peers, I wasn't very well liked. And I, for some reason, had the desire to be the class representative for my form, so it was a vote among my class for who would be the class representative, and then there were never very many candidates. It was me against, I think, usually one other person or maybe a few, but I never won anyway. But the last time I ever tried to run for student representative was, I think I was 13, and the way that the votes were taken was that everyone would close their eyes and lift their hands for the appropriate candidate who they wanted to vote for, and one person with their eyes open would count how many votes each person cast. So I was competing with another girl from my form who was a perfectly nice person. I have nothing against her. We later became better, not exactly friends, but friendly acquaintances. But when I had my eyes closed, waiting for the votes to be counted, when the person counting the votes read her name, or said her name, there was a sort of, I could hear a rustling sound of some people raising their hands. And then when the arbiter called my name, there was a kind of quiet sound, and then there were a few giggles around the room, and then the giggles became a kind of louder laughter around the room, and I, of course, realised that either nobody or very few people had voted for me, and some people had opened their eyes to see how many people had voted for me and had thought it was funny that nobody had voted for me. But I wasn't bullied. It wasn't it wasn't like they hated me, it was just, I'm sure you can understand that it was humiliating for me. And I felt sick. I didn't feel sad and I didn't want to cry. I felt embarrassed and ashamed. And I really just wanted to leave the room. It's honestly not something I think about very much anymore. It's not a traumatizing experience for me. I hadn't done anything to deserve the admiration of the people in my class. They weren't my friends, but it's not like I tried to be friends with them. I was pretty dorky and awkward when I was that age, and I used to just read a book during form time, when, at the start of the day when the register's taken. I don't know how other schools operate, but it wasn't a class. We didn't learn things together. It was just a class that we took to be in, like, for administration purposes. But anyway, so instead of talking to my classmates during that time, I'd just read a book. So it's no wonder they didn't like me. I mean, I knew why they didn't like me. They didn't know me. I knew that, but it still feels bad to be widely disliked, and the laughter was what really made it bad. I mean, like I said, I'd already lost several elections before that, and neither of them particularly stung as much as that one. But I'm not telling you this to make you feel bad for me or make you feel sorry for me. I want you to know, you, my subscribers and people watching this, I want you to know how much it means to me to have people watching my videos and liking my videos and saying, "Good job, please keep making videos." It's like nothing I've experienced in my life before. It fills me with gladness and joy, and I'm so grateful to all of you for giving me a chance and for just for liking me. And I know you haven't seen much of me, you don't really know me, but just to be liked for who I am by some people, it's such a good feeling that I'm worried about being corrupted by my love of fame. It's not exactly fame, but I want to keep my integrity, and to that end, I'm going to try not to seek out new subscribers or viewers. I'm just going to try and focus on making you all watching this subscribe to me now as happy with the experience of my videos as possible. But I'm not going to pander. I'm not going to make videos that I think you're going to want to watch. I'm going to make the videos that I think are important, and I'm going to talk about things that I'm passionate about and that I know a little bit about, at least. I'm going to try not to say things that I don't really understand. Coming back to that Adam Smith quote, I want to not just be loved, as in appreciated and praised and liked by all of you, or just to have your attention. I want to be worthy of that attention, and I'm going to try and work hard to be worthy of the attention that you've given me. For me, that means I'm going to read more books, and maybe I'll read some books that you recommend, or maybe I'll just read books that I feel like I should have read my whole life. I've got a reading list like everyone, I've got books that I've been meaning to read for years but haven't got around to. But I think this is a really good excuse to start reading more books so that I can be educated and tell you about what I'm learning, and maybe pass on some of it and recommend books, that sort of thing. I'm going to continue to try to be honest about what I'm feeling, and like I say, I don't want to pander to what I think you guys are going to like. I hope that what you are getting out of these videos is my honesty and what I really think and what I'm really interested in. So I'm not going to try to fit myself to your expectations. I'm just going to be me, and I'm going to try to be the best me that I can be for you, because I think that's what you want, and I hope that's what you want. And if it's not, then I'm sure there's lots of YouTubers who are going to talk about things that you're interested in. What What is this channel going to be like? Well, I'm going to try to make a video about once a week. I'm not going to advertise or start a Patreon. I'm not interested in getting any money out of this. I have a very good job that I like a lot, and I don't need the money. And I don't want anyone to think that what I'm saying is profiting me. I don't want profit to be one of my aspirations. I don't want it to affect what I'm saying, and I don't want people to think that it's affecting what I'm saying. So I'm going to pledge now, no matter how tempting it gets, I'm going to not ask for money or to monetize the videos unless I lose my job and really need the money. But I want to keep my job. I want to keep on the career that I have right now and make videos in my spare time, which is why it's only going to be about one a week. But I think if I did more than one a week, I probably wouldn't be able to make them all interesting. I wouldn't be able to keep up with that amount of interesting content. So it's probably the best for you as well that I keep it down. I'm going to try to be private about my own identity and the identity of my friends who are going to be on the channel. So far it's just been one of my friends, and she did a great job, but I was thinking about interviewing some of my other friends. I think I'm biased obviously, but I think my friends are very interesting people, and they're smart and they've got a lot of interesting things to say. My mum actually has expressed an interest in being on my channel, and I think she's a really interesting person to talk to, so maybe I'll do that one day. But I'm going to try to keep my real name a secret and my location, and I'm sorry if that makes you feel like I'm isolating you, but I'm sure you understand that there's some bad people out there and people who don't like what I'm saying and would rather that I wasn't saying it anymore. And I want to protect myself because I don't want to have to worry about all of that sort of thing. So I'm sorry that I can't be more open with you in that respect, but I'm sure you understand. And lastly, I want to ask you, what do you want my videos to be like? Like I said before, I'm not going to try to tailor the content exactly to what you're expecting or what you'd like to see, but I would be interested to hear whether you think the videos should be longer or shorter, or whether you think I should be doing a mixture of long and short videos. Do you want more long form interviews, more informal chats? Do you want me to interview other YouTubers that I like? I have no idea if they want to be interviewed by me, but I could always ask. Please leave your comments, and I'll hopefully be making some more videos soon for you.